Dialogue with me, Paulus Isaac Clotte. This morning, I'm sitting in for babyface assassin Owuahene Nana Enchugbo Esiakon. He will be back with us somewhere next week to continue where he left off. But today, myself and Abna Nyakon Kwekuma will be giving you, of course, what they always give you. This morning, the dialogue is nothing else, but it's another Financial Friday. And Mr. Christian Donko will be joining us later for a chit-chat on our finances, the nation's finances, and what have you. I think it's appropriate. One of these days, we'll have a chat with Mr. Donko on our personal finances. It's very, very important. As usual, in a moment, we will be taking the newspapers, a review of the newspapers when the newspaper arrive. Currently, we are waiting the arrival of the newspapers. Our African proverb this morning says, it's only a fool that tests the depth of the river with both feet. It's only a fool that tests the depth of the river with both feet. This morning, I'll also be discussing with our general manager, Kenneth Nanateche Agyapong, on happenings with Afrochella. Yesterday, Afrochella signed a deal with the Ministry of Tourism. I hardly know what that deal is, but he'll be here to, expand the deal for us and let us know what Afrochella has in store in their collaboration and partnership with the Tourism Ministry. As usual, as you know, the dialogue is proudly sponsored by Joy Herbal Center, and to contact them, their number is 0244 5855 531. All right, and Antec Herbal Center 0266 114111. Of course, let's take a few. Okay, the newspapers have just arrived, and we'll take them briefly when Abna Nyakon Kwekuma takes her seat. But just to remind you, let's not forget to keep our donations going on to, of course, in support of Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital and their cancer treatment center. The bank account details to donate to the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital is the bank in question is the AFDB bank, and the account name is Oman FM for Flood Victims. Oman FM Flood Victims, that's the account name, and the account number is 1131000005341001. The account number again, 1131000005341001. That's the account number, and the branch is the Medina branch. For more details to keep your donations going for the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital Cancer Treatment Center, the Momo number is 054 286 9979 054 286 9979, and the registered name on that account is Kenneth Techi Agyapong. And please kindly check the name and spelling to be sure before sending the Momo. Of course, before you send Momo to appeal for the Cancer Treatment Center, have you registered your SIM card yet? Well, if you haven't, let's just get a brief reminder, because from the 1st of October, according to the Communications Ministry, all SIM cards in Ghana must be registered, again, with only the Ghana card. If you do not have your Ghana card yet, contact your nearest NIA office to get your own now. NIA, that's the National Identification Authority, to get your Ghana card. Failure to register your SIM card will mean that you will not be able to make voice calls, use mobile money services, internet, and all other services linked to your SIM card. To register, dial *404# and follow the prompts. And here's a reminder, when you dial the *404#, you'll be required to send the following details on your Ghana card: the Ghana card PIN number, your surname, your first names, date of birth, and sex. You will then receive a code which you will present to your nearest mobile network agent or customer care center for your biometric details to be captured. Do not forget to get your digital address before you visit your agent or your customer care center. For more information, contact your service provider on 100 or the National Communications Authority on toll-free number 0800 110 622 or visit the NCA social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or the NCA's website, which is www.nca.org.gh. Thank you very much. Of course, this show, The Dialogue, is streaming on our social media handles on Facebook and on YouTube at Net2TVGH. Right, my gorgeous Abnanya Kwekuma is, taking her queenly strides to the glass table where we are going to make justice to the various newspapers as we have them today. But before we commence that, Spanish ginkgo capsules and Spanish garlic mixtures are what is appropriate for you in these times. As the rain has begun and the sun is not relenting, the fluctuations in the weather could make you feel some way. Don't let the weekend get you down. Go grab your Spanish. 3 powers combined. That's the ginkgo capsules and the garlic mixture. Right, it improves, it's good for anti-aging, improves memory and mental sharpness, increases blood flow to the brain, fights against wrinkling. Of course, you can ask Abna Kwekuma, she hardly uses cosmetics, because, I don't know, do you use Spanish? I think the answer is yes. Also, for people with swollen feet, pregnant women and aged adults, you can also go for the garlic mixture and capsules, which is blended with 16 different herbs for your treatment. For bulk purchases, 0266 114111 is the number of choice to contact them for your supplies. Right, like I said, the name is Paulus, and I'm sitting in for Babyface Assassin. He will be with us. He will be doing his work back on Monday, so nothing spoiled. Abna, good morning.
Yes, good morning, senior. Oh, nyamiado.
It's saying but then
newspaper so oh yeah.
That's right. Right, so we kick off with a look at the Daily Graphic. On its front page, we have Agyapong deal revived. We mustn't drop it, Finance Minister. Agyapong deal revived. We mustn't drop it, Finance Minister. If I have to translate it to Ghana, Agyapong deal, a drop ile, a shin Finance Minister didn't check a front page of the Daily Graphic.
Yes.
Right. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have Cabinet approves National Quality Policy, and it will guide the production of quality goods and services. That's the ISSER calls for E-Levy rate reduction. Of course, the education and the conversation about E-Levy is still going on. And a department at the University of Ghana is calling for the reduction in E-Levy. And also, there's a supplement on Dasibre Oti Boateng and Nana Dani II. That's the front page of the Daily Graphic. Turning my attention to the back page, sports dominates. And it says, Afena Jan, a fitting replacement for Asamoah Jan. So this is the Daily Graphic.
Ghanaian Times. Okay, Ghanaian Times and Amede Twaswe front page, or say top officers of 8 assemblies in hot waters to face prosecution over procurement breaches. FDA shuts down restaurant over food poison allegation. That's a serious one.
Yeah. Mawako.
Yes. ISA predicts brighter post-COVID-19 economic future, and also since its establishment in 1963, Ghana to host historic AFDB AGM in Accra from May 23 to 27. Let me read a portion of the FDA story on page 15.
Right, very important.
Yeah, Ebushon for the Etienne said Mawako restaurant no. Now what we last weekend no enkrofo bi kokodidi wo ho enti Twitter so na hyase obi a no atwete me kodidi wo Mawako no me mama bi mu kra wo ha ya je o mato hospital ni ade, so the FDA had to move in enti omo akwakoto restaurant name. That is the news no say omo branch na e wo East Legon e ho no na asem no hyase but enya ho de no ko no matum la de no ene abelenke de ni nyina o matum. FDA force omugo so investigations na me aya ye de omanfo no hospitals ye de omanfo na kodidi wo ho munya food poison no koye no omo akọ ama hospitals ne labs no ahyase the samples lab na ya hwe ne ekokọ fa sa food poison e ba say bia salad bi na say nam bi na apro say den a FDA for no be establish na che so omo de ho asama ba but for now dear Mawako restaurants na won kran ha ni nyina no omatum. Yeah.
Is this the same Mawako that was in the news for some alleged abuse?
It is the same Mawako. That is why some of the newspapers are saying, say, Mawako again. It is the same restaurant.
Hey.
And I wonder why people still patronize. Well, we are not here to destroy anybody's business but
a word to the wise.
It is enough.
Yeah. Right. Next up is the Daily Guide newspaper, and on its front page it says, "We are excited over E-Levy. IMF gone." Yes, that's by the Minister for Finance, Ken Oforiatta. He says, "We are excited over E-Levy with IMF gone." Also on the front page of the Daily Guide, GNPC, YDC USA partner. And juvenile trial for Kaswa teen killers is supposed to commence. I think, let's see if I can find, yes, the story is on page 6 of the Daily Guide, and it says 2 teenage killers hauled before an Accra High Court for murdering an 11-year-old boy at Kaswa last year are to be tried as juveniles, as they are considered to be young offenders under the Juvenile Justice Act. So this for me is the key story in the Daily Guide. Abna, okay, on can be any amafena can share. Kaswana me moame.
Yes.
Nyanyo na megbele ya. Chinyo back.
I remember.
They will be standing trial as juveniles.
Oh, okay. Be an court established owner.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. One of them has really pleaded guilty, but already. The other one, but the other one says no.
Hey.
And yesterday it came in the papers that the lawyer for these people said he's not going to stand in for the other one who says he's not guilty of the thing.
Okay.
Yes, yesterday that was what the papers reported.
Right.
Well, new weekend crusading guide Enamede Twaswe stimulating Africa's recovery. AFDB meets in Accra. Abankwa Yeboah outdoors NPP chairmanship slot. I see. Furious winds blow over NTHC. Customers up in arms over dividends. Investments as company lends. Deputy Lands Minister projects Green Ghana at UN Forum. Akwasi Osei J. Oparians are likely to be next phases of NPP. Well, African Development Bank Group no. Wamo eba beye annual general meeting the toso edunumu enson 57th annual general meeting na omo ba beye e won kran ha from May 23 to 27th May. Na we any de kan kra ya AFDB no omo eba beye omo annual general meeting no e won omanimo. Na oswafo hwesika sem so ono aboken Oforiatta kire say ebeboa pa ama enema hodo a e wo se post covid time yi aban e wo ebibimem ye ne esansi ye dadam osika sem no ni nyina no omo ba bedwendwene ho nti no o kire say ebeboa ye papa. Green Ghana Day ya aban ebo ho last year we planted most trees. Senior say menim say udua.
Oh yeah, my house in is full of trees.
You see?
Yes.
So we are natural man.
That's right.
And see, this year, you know, or more, I say, Nyamiaduma, June 10th, and Green Ghana Day no Ebeba. Now you and for forum be a woman a year, and Honorable Benito Usubio, Waka Kasa, Eche, Abain say, Afino, Abain Eshe, and most 20 million trees, and a bedria, Ewa Ghana ha, as part of the Green Ghana project. And also so Akwaka and Hon Asem, Ewa Honum. Now, yes, National Trust Holding Company. Company, no, one more a investment portfolio for Social Security and National Investment Trust, SNIT. What I say, company, no, there be a company in Ijana. Into your man for I do a more esika ako a honum no, one more a wolf said there be a company in Ijana 1 here, a bedu baby no musika nashi. NPP or more internal elections no and also a guso. The Siano internal regional ones no so a baby chassis. Now for your national or a banquet boy is on a treasurer, right? Yes, Cecilia make us say no or say or co-chairman. Aha. And also so weekend crusading guide no Eddie and home asem aba.
Yes, Abna on African Development Bank story.
Yeah.
Nomia Benamba na president here, Jubilee House. The president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina, he made a very thoughtful remark. A president said, "Aba invite Nambaba, who will be present for that meeting. They will be sent to the Pokwasi interchange to see what the president has done with AFDB's money."
Wow.
Isn't that insightful?
That is it. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, okay.
I think that's far-reaching.
Yeah. And this one will serve as evidence for African leaders now.
Right.
So when you are being given a loan or say a grant or say a denyo, you need to work with it. And this is it. When come on, and they should go and take selfies there.
There are various countries.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, for me, my final port of call is the Daily Statesman newspaper. And on its front page, it says, AFDB, that's the African Development Bank, plans Africa's recovery in Accra. Right, so if Africa is sick, Accra is the emergency ward. Momo patronage now witnesses stability. Who is saying that? We'll look in the paper later to see who's saying Momo patronage now witnesses stability. Kwabna Bankwa Yeboah joins NPP national chairmanship race. And that's the front page for the Daily Statesman. Right, this story of interest is on, I think, page 6 of the Daily Statesman newspaper. It says, the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications says subscribers of mobile money services who abandoned the service due to electronic transfer levy are progressively returning. Right, this same Chamber of Telecommunications, their boss, Ken Ashibe, well, one of the people who was, very skeptical and highly vocal against the introduction of the levy. So much ado about nothing. All the shouts. He's the same person now saying the patronage is now witnessing stability. Yeah,
I was telling people that the initial stages, this is what people would do. We know Ghana for.
Straight.
That is what people will do. But at the end of the day, would you go to Accra and go and give somebody 100 cedis and come back?
Even transportation alone.
You can't.
Even transportation alone.
The initial stages we will talk and talk and talk, but at the end of the day, we will still come back to Momo.
Right.
When you want to enjoy convenience, you need to pay.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And the evidence is there for everybody to see. Exactly. Yeah. So convenience there, it is expensive. That is it. But our clarion call is also for the authorities to be accountable and show us what the money is actually being used for. I think that's the main concern.
That is the most important. That is why I side with people who say E-Levy E-Levy, whatever that we are going to use it for, we should do a signage there. This road was constructed, Kencity E-Levy. Yes. So that Ghanaians will know.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Like
That's not a bad.
Hippic.
Yeah.
Hippic, they constructed toilets and it was there.
That's right.
So that Ghanaians will know that this is what we have used the money for.
Right.
So that when we are paying, we will not.
Yeah, even schools, when they build, they said this is provided by Get Funds or this or that.
So they should do that.
Yeah.
And then the youth who are going to benefit from the Youth Start program as part of the E-Levy.
Right.
Yes, we should do a proper documentary on them. And then they should come and show it to us that we help these people and they've been able to do this and that. So that Ghanaians will know the difference. We know some people, when they come and they take our money, we don't know what they use the money for.
I swear. And they will be the one shouting on rooftops.
Exactly.
And this tax is not good.
That is what we've made politics to do to us. And it is not the best. Okay, the Chronicle. Hey, and then me bro for bo.
What no blofo? Ovetomo, no blofo. Why blofo manye?
Hosted AFDB in Accra will inure to Ghana's benefits. Oforiata. Ghana in European talks for higher cocoa prices. I see. NPP remembers Kumiprekun demonstration. Kandapa sacks Gota boys from Tema Port. Redeploys them to ward of terrorists. I see. The Ministry of National Security has put structures in place to contain any terrorist activities as jihadist elements attempt to knock on the borders of the country. Among the many restructuring efforts, all national security operatives at the Tema Port have been withdrawn to be reassigned to areas where their services will be required.
Wow.
I see.
Wow.
Okay. And see, Honorable Kandapa, National Security Minister, and say, National Security for Tema Port, where you are moving every home. They say, do a mobile border, and so be a jihadist for between a bedian or do a more
I think that's a good step.
Yes, it is. Because most of them, I don't know what they are doing at the Tema Port.
I tell you.
They are not doing anything there.
They say they are protecting the country at the port.
Oh. But that is not the only entry into the country.
Exactly.
The borders too
are very important, especially in these times. Because I was reading a report from Togo. See, 2 days ago, there was a terrorist attack in the northern part of the country.
So they should
go now there. All our neighboring countries have
issues.
Yes, with terrorism. And you can't say Ghana, we are that lucky.
No. It can happen here.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But we just pray.
Yeah, we are just praying. So the national security people should be there.
Right.
It will help us.
Right.
Yeah, so that's Chronicle. Yeah.
Okay, so you're done with the Chronicle.
Yes.
Let's go back to the Daily Graphic. There's this neutrality allowance strike which was ongoing. But thankfully and gratefully, CLOGSAG, the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, says it has called off its 3-week nationwide strike over demands for political neutrality allowance for its members. And the story can be found on page 16 of the graphic, so you can grab a copy.
That's good news.
Yeah, that's good news because, well, a lot of government agencies or quasi-government agencies were, on strike. So, for example, birth and death certificates, the office.
Registrar General.
Exactly.
When you go there, you don't meet anybody.
Yeah. And it wasn't for 3 weeks. I think it disturbed the society for a while. So it's good news that they are going back.
They are starting work on Monday.
Let's hope and pray that nothing will come again, because Isaac Akufo-Addo there is a tough man. He's a tough man. So is this where we bring curtains down on a fantastic Friday? So as we wait for...
Make me speak English.
It's all good. So yeah. So help me, join me, say thank you to Abna Nyakonkwe Kuma for being part of the show this morning and reviewing the newspaper as she always does. We'll be taking a quick short break. We'll be taking a quick short break. When we come back, the Financial Friday. Today is Financial Friday, and we'll be hoping our guest, Christian Donko, joins us for the discussion. Right, okay, the break is not yet ready. And let me remind you of your donations for the Confanoche Teaching Hospital Cancer Treatment Center. Once again, the bank account details to donate your widow's mite is the ADB, and the account name is Oman FM Flood Victims. Oman FM Flood Victims is the account name, and the account number is 113100005053410001, and the branch is the Medina branch. That's the Medina branch of the ADB. For those who want to send your contributions via Momo, the number is 0542 869-979, 0542-869-979, and the name is Kenneth Techi Agyapong. You are reminded to kindly check the name and spelling to be sure before sending the Momo details. So, yes, in a moment, we'll be joined by our guest for today, Mr. Eric Oduro, who is a financial expert. So let me take my final announcement, and then we will go on to the discussions. Today is Financial Friday, and I'm just reminding you, all those who haven't re-registered your SIM card, please rush to the nearest NIA office to get your SIM card registered, to get your Ghana card to facilitate the registration of your SIM card at your nearest customer care center. If you're on Vodafone, rush to the center, MTN, and all the other networks, because the National Communications Authority will at a point, truncate all non-registered SIM cards from working. So to register, dial *404# and follow the prompts. And you are reminded, when you dial the *404#, you'll be required to send the following details on your Ghana card. Your Ghana card PIN number, your surname, your first names, your date of birth, and of course your sex. You will then receive a code which you will present to your nearest mobile network agent or customer care center for biometric details to be captured. Do not forget to add your digital address before, or to take your digital address along before you visit your agent or customer care center. For more information, contact your service provider on 100 or the National Communications Authority on toll-free number 0800 110 or 110 622, or visit the NCA's social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, or the NCA's website at www.nca.org.gh. Right, so we have this morning, as usual, our financial conversation for the nation. Today, it's unfortunate we will not have Mr. Christian Donko, but fortunately, we have another financial expert in the person of Mr. Eric Oduro. Uncle, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Nice one. So we'll be discussing the effects of the transport cost and electricity, the effects of transportation and electricity costs on the economy, if I'm right.
Yes, that's great.
Right. And at some point in the show, we'll be joined by our General Manager, Kenneth Techi Agyapong, to also discuss the partnership between Afrochella and the Ministry of Tourism. Right, so let the financial conversation begin. Mr. Oduro, Manfo Kika say, well, we'll be experiencing some utility increments and all. And last week, there was a confusion between the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, and the Ghana Private Transport and Road Users, GPRTU, over increases in road prices. And today, the topic you brought squarely falls in that arena. Now, Yabesha, as you're saying.
Jo, ahwefo ni etifo yɛdenkyia kɛse a emuto de ma obi bia sɛ ayɛ Ghana fo de na ɛsɛsɛ ebribia no yenya anoba de bɔ ɔman no na yɛkyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma mu na yɛnso a yɛwɔ fam hɔ no yɛate nneɛma ase na wohwɛ nansen bɛyɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ yɛsi afi mu efi ɔgyefo yɛ February eba na utim sɛ inflation no sisi edwane pa na ni nyina no ehun sunsuanso no nso no ekoma yen as ankrankre ansa na esan koma enyuma omunso omo ebi enyuma a omo na esan koma aban no mpo ankasa entina ne nkyiremu no sɛ etimi domu sokɔ na ye kyirem ne enti asanema we sɛ nyina eba na ohwɛ inflation say yetutu enyoma mu na crossro na last month March no mu no na 19.4 oha nche mu dunkron echire po enan ena sese ehuriaba oha nche mu aduonu miensa echire po nsia 23.6% na 4.2 difference no eno nko an ye oman bi inflation rate no and ehuri abeka ho no eno nko ani o man bi inflation rate
nti obi be bisa se asemasi ana
sanate enti ohwa transport abe issue na ni intra transport abe issue no eye ni fariba na enoma bebree ohwe bibi ti se energy cost akokosro nansen MC share afinas no na wo be 60 around 67 cities asarbe no and 9 cities 10 cities per liter enti se obi a wato ne car ana se driver ni taxi driver bi ana Uber ana se yango ni de keka ho okoto sa ade no edigu ne car mu a se be busumbi na miensa no na wo be say emfanse cities 6 cities and 7 cities sa 2 cities na be ka ho no edi ninya eti se di ninya ono so be fa akonya foforo e di ato na ade no mo ena enipa bebre nso na eba transporter effect yem pa e kire se die yebedie eye electricity issues e ho no yebebo wuram eye enioma yekofa free mfudi ekofa free ekrase any sanu manewa ni nyina no ye the transport ana efaba enti se eho akwa ba ko tochima pe na eho akwa na aka ni nyina no na it is affecting no enti uhwemu a minyane ntie se the coordinating council for the transport association any ministry no any GPRTU na entanta kakra aba we si atum we si entum nem said nansane na nasane na ne nimitie ye no na omo de coordinating council for the omo si o omo no ayeden atum GPR for nso se enye den ye ntum enso ye friend crofo radio ni TV for friend crofo bisa omo no na omo si free Medina Ecotafa yatum if Medina Eco hachu yatum enti se akrachi for ni mpanifo a edi ade nanim no ebisi yatum ebisi yentum mu a na say it gives much concern to be tackled. That is the idea. Sisi to me borum. Na yehwe effect na nipa okwakofa na duane aba no. Si enya tumu pe ono nso e de price na na sika na bi beden e beto enioma no so.
Definitely.
Ono nso ba market ho a nipa na ofiri efie e ba beto no nso no ono nso e be hia additional money. Ena na ketua etisisi a no mefa nse omo eye abenjuma no fixed income earners say salary workers no omno ho aka o because bribia na ye to niomam bribia ye to niomam na ketua nso no ye ntum ena wo hwe omo nso a omo eye omo nkasa adwuma eye ye mfa nse businessmen ono no de se macroeconomic indicators no se ekoma no anasa ankwama na ohu to me say obetimi a little price adjustment so fu say ebeboa na into ono no say inflation e kosoro no no so atu niomam no ne ho be high ne kakra but question aye bi say otu niomam no na what will be the general effect because some for bebre na ye below the poverty line sabi odu anopakra de obedi ebi mu bedi kra no na ayedin ansa na awia enwumre ene na najo so enti wo hwe transport inflation na in April no say 33.5%. Eno nkoa no eso sene the general price inflation o.
Okay.
Inti ye the sector by sector. Oh. Transport nkoa no ehuru akọ 33.5%.
Wow.
And a general inflation here 23.6%. Inti wutimi hu say eno nkoa no etimi edi general inflation see atoto enuomem no eno adi ninya. Assign fuel cost. Assign international importation cost. And then say beka ho asem foreign imports a friend say inflation say odi nyoma fi amanone aba na enyoma so etuto no aka no wo ho no and then say beka ho asem. Right. Ba wo hwe bi say match na from pa. Enti we ya ade a say ye hwe na etimi ka ho asem. Ye hwe food inflation. And akrachifo ne ndifo ene nhwemufo say yaketu a eba yensem na sesika eba yensem no emu ohanchem aduonum ekopem aduosienum 50 to 65% no especially sub-Saharan Africa no isika nyina aduane ne edito. Wow. Enu ntina yentimi nya more investment. Enu ntina yentimi nya savings. Enu ntina yentimi create jobs. Enu ntina creativity any say expand the economy no and turn see from the point of the private sector. Because our salary na emu ohanche mo aduonum 50% a copy 65. Eko aduane se wo de beto aduane ama wankasa ho abusuafo ene amanfo a dan wo na na sabio ahe na obenya e de ate ato ho ema wo pension ne krampo na ukwa homgie mu after 60 years no se anso a obenya bibi e free savings e de aba ho chido eno we ni nyina ya de a ese enya strategic vision, especially the National Development Commission. Okay. The policy nankasa no esi tomusuko ne ye bonichidom. Right. Because I know na ma obi obebe bia no will fit his manifesto into the line of what? Politicking. No ni asem no. Nebom say obi ani politicking strategy no e fit into say etimi dosuko kowura the national agenda no mo a ana ebribia na obi ati ada yinim say eno na eden ebu echidom.
Okay. Now sana ye be called the impact of the inflationary pressures on the economy. Aden na inflation cost.
We asem kese pa ese obisa. One, exchange rate uncertainties and turbulence. Say dollar ni cedi no so obi wo ho a ne nyoma ade na oye Ghana ha no oto enyoma bibiri efi abrochiri ohia dollar e de akoto ade ni fi abrochiri ye sha finance no ebia na dollar no wo ye mfa say around 6.97 eba 7.2 within bare 3-4 months no ehwiri aba 7.5 ene kra ese ye ton ebi kra 8 cedis 80 say okoto ade at 7 cedis per dollar ene no ohia additional 1 cedi 8 cedis is that additional 1 cedi no enyoma no so all produce no so no omiemu on expand the profit range no so no the same thing because short term no untimi nkeka ho bebre I just a long term right enti sika na ohia de akwakoto nyoma fi amanone no esan se onyanti no no so ko oni na wo sa dollar no ho pe na ono so atum e de amount enti eno ye one factor my inflation cost road. The toss me your friend demand pool inflation and say if there be excess liquidity. Na mami firm free her cramp and sana maba. On say bese now busumi me no etwemuno. Bank of Ghana increase policy rate from 14% to 17%. Yeah. Our training say obet media aso inflation ano. Na sanema we say na all ye ni nyina no ho e your formal sector no na etimi so no yi informal sector no say wani di amount for sika e hihye omo excess liquidity echi no edin enu ntina mse mpanifo akofa E-Levy say aba say the be ya sika no wallet so a with a click of a button no ye betimi ehu sika wo say the be ya aban ye hihye a ye betimi ani adi nkita ho abeboa oman no Nebom se sika no me de ahye mesumu yase se sika no me de akwakwohye me potomantom se sika no me de akwakwohye baabi a aban no eni akwanya konkan ma nani edi akire it is excess liquidity no excess sika no hye ehunti no baby ameko bia no price e de bema me bia no menye sika den etimi tua
right
se eduru baby no menye sika ntimi entua pe na esese me kobo bisia se me kobo bisia nso a bank na me kobo bisia na se microfinance company na me kobo bisia no nso no what constricted their resource portfolio it is kana ono akura na odidi ni juma no nso no wa kwaji bi ana bibia no during inflation spirals no se amount for kwaji bisia wo tua ne back no nso no eye akwanya hapa enti demand pool eno yese enipa na eti oman no no sika e wo mo ho a omo de eto enioma sometimes krasa ne man krampo no they are not available sometimes
right
unya ubenya krampo na esa se wo hienti no omo nso suppliers omo ade no eye omo dia no na omo atum onim se wo no uhia sa ade no eno nso eye wana ye ba internal production system no krampo na the production index capacity na eno kra nso no enioma na ye to Ghana hankasa no supplier no nim say businessman ni hia enti ono nso ebetum wohwe especially the poultry industry say enuane ye de be ma enkokɔ ni saade ni nyina no esa se ebro ene ehon tutua ni nyina na ebo no akosoro no ema ono nso etu the prices mu enti eno nso ya other aspect e be na cost push eno nso ya other aspect of what causation to inflation.
Okay.
They are talking me saying cost push inflation. Cost push inflation is say yet to new mem. Na workers never can say transport na 6 cedis. Say me just say 50 pesos and 7 cedis. Enya no nko a enyomanoma a ototo e de bo no ho bra ne nabusuafo no so na so akosoro. Enti obekọ ne work friends and the employer no ho say ane esese unso timi salary.
Yeah.
Employer no so no the operational costs no your wages and salaries, your rent, your communication, right? Your promotion and marketing, your depreciation do and on cash. Your enkanka bebra obobo enti wo salary now they are to no no enye no nko a we operational cost o ansa na cost of sales. Ade na oye na nkasa no e ka obo e wo cost of sales.
Right.
Eno no raw materials na e ho tutu ni nyina. Enti se eba say ye the pressure to no so a na esese we increase o salary per na ono nso e de sa portion no a share price no more. So that is coming from the cost push inflation.
Okay.
Into the producer or the industrialist and as a businessman also no almost at the point of aspect the inflation ever. Esan say any man na okọ toto no any operational cost na enkanka na obubo no any ade na odi hu djuma raw materials no say okọ free o so odi sika kwa akoto o so to free abrochire o so to free Ghana o say ekosro a ono nso ebesesen e de margin kakra de kakra to so na che say still an inflation na den ekosro. So say that density. Okay. These are some of the factors the inflation ever. The last one, there are several more, but last one I make imported inflation. Okay. Imported inflation is a Ukraine war. Yeah, Ukraine about agriculture, grains, cereals. We are there and Russia. Sisia no statistics now. Agriculture rates no about from first no Yemen, Saudi Arabia. And your friend is saying Egypt, any other countries no supplying. And also more echido ma yenso yetiminya ehun emfaso. Sisi na ba fom. Enti say we a company now koto enuoma fi abrochire a baby akoto sa de na free no. Ono nso no ebia sa de na wo kokoto wo sa abrochire ho no. Ono nso to the raw materials free amman foforo so. Ebia sa amman foforo no Ukraine war any fuel cost air costro any ehun psychological trauma e wiase say awo enyanya no ono nso adibi beto so enti odi beto so a ade na all trauma yemfa say Dubai na akofa na Dubai nso for na bia nyom no omo ya ade no okofa bi Australia and another country enti ono nso na yato so enti wo ko Dubai ya Dubai ni nso de den aye den ato so enti so ba odi bi ba beto so imported inflation no in process of the value chain. Okay. And these are some of the issues the inflation ever. It is the me and so no especially internally, a problem. And how send a better between us one fiscal policy.
Okay.
Fiscal policy say E-Levy abe. Sabanti mi jijimatikura say media budget review no. Oba kubumu akunta ne atochima ne akoso se ne ntutu ni nyina any de be any santu nyina. Se nipa nya confidence paying tax is not a problem. Okay. It's the fiscal point of view in terms of managing the consolidation of the inflation spiral. So, and the fiscal aspect, see a containing revenue generation, any taxation, see it means some way, not the spending out of it, it means I'm telling you, say, by December, no, you bet me iron to tree a conking.
Now, you bet me some way, you bet me because, in the bank run, you introduce VAT.
Oh, it's 1998.
Good. Some of the concerns were said, you just ask you the bear then. So you just ask Abedru and I barbeje E-Levy. So are you saying the situation then, the confidence that the public had in the VAT, would it be the same that the E-Levy would also inure in the coming future?
One thing is that taxation you taxes bi oha etuo bi oha eno na abanje a ono ankasa ewo tumi a owo so senia opese oyusu no fa and your specific taxation etuo bi oha wogi a emran show kiti say sajudi we say and I say udidi on the E-Levy no yenim say paying for contractors any friend is saying you start this no I'm here to vouch what I said the law has, codified Embrano Ashani Kitty say and finance idea no. And now say finance minister no would approve no, who bet me as a son at the end of Friday every room. Because you see, we are taxation a dear a butcher don't pan is there. Nipana wotuano, so who say ye dear idea we say no yason faswa, only problem
at all.
Utumu crampona, only problem. Those are the issues me susu. Na me tufu say share what you are going to use it for. Two, Nasa Satiano can be say hipic by and ECC in your money. I am suggesting say next year, 1st May,
right?
Yenye National E-Levy Day, and a total influence holiday. Na abani me bua kontanchire and say for 1 year no ahina GJ, ahina efi Eastern region, ahina efi Western region. Ahin if northern region.
Open accountability.
Yes. Na ni shishe mu no den ye de ye. Enoma na ye de ye no de ahin na yenya total completion 100% ye wie. De ahin na ye 75% completed. De ahin na 50% completed. De ahin na ya hyase. Sie hu saa de no na public pressure na egu aban so no ye te saa de na se a in the near future crampo no sabani ko Telecom for no kura koka no mo Telecom for no mo je 0.75%. Mo adwuma twetwe po company wo won ko anu se yetua friends and talk time na wo je 0.75%. Me aban mu ya no me je 1.5%. Into any baby kura no aban no etua ka se sika na wo je crampo no yenya another fiscal policy. Say would you 0.75% now for a must say share this particular industry.
Okay.
And I'm here to say about BDC now. I'm here more dollars now because the telcos no when they make the profit no almost some in terms of our dollars.
Repatriate.
$80 now when you yemfa emu emfa be 13%. And more BDCs no.
Okay.
Companies now tofan go fi abrochire ene na kesem ya de no yafa mo chidom it when your specific issues are policy makers no so omutie na omutu eho anamon
now we in this same direction how to give an account of what you decide the E-Levy you know why can't we do the same for then I the VAT then I hear the NHIL, then I hear the corporate taxes, if it's meant to provide school or football parks, okay, corporate taxes, we provided 72 football parks at X area or B area. And then let's start somewhere. It shouldn't be just E-Levy. Any kind of tax. What have we done with any kind of tax? What do you think?
Near Ukano, na me dream akwachiri a ese aban no ehwase prioritization of the tax regime.
Okay.
Prioritization of the tax regime. Aban no the ogige tax ni nyina do appropriation act no emano akwenya wo enumano bi a nanso no nso executive power na wo no tumi na Ghana for the amano no ono nso na dwennemu ne ni nimdie no timu say sika magije me de kwa hanso a ebeboa yen.
Right.
Na sa prioritization a ye ka ho asem no ehu hia pa. Enti se eno na ye ba bobo chidom de a and VAT Act 870 2015 as amended no. Yes, system near VAT a bedgini no. Sa akonya we say so and befaso edia abahobra. Enti a full say VAT no takes about 20% or 30% of the total taxation revenue. Then what we need to do is say your priorities here then. 1, agriculture, A1, tourism, A2. You understand? Right. Industrialization, A3. Enti VAT na A say if I say 20%. And they call 1D, 1F. And I say 1D, 1F.
Yes, and BBC.
And I say struggling companies.
Okay.
There are certain companies that are struggling.
Right.
Liquidity, no, are impaired. Nipa
SOEs.
And SOEs, when you boda, SOEs, where you struggling companies, Ghana, private sector, no, struggling companies, liquidity, scacra, they turn your macra, and your man, Omunya, or banker, the banker also a little bit apprehensive because of the non-performing loan percentage between 19% and 21%. Amount for loan free banker, a mubes or hanchemo edunubacono, and yet the amount for tria. Nenokwana is about 2 billion or 3 billion. Say 2 billion crampona, it is 2 billion to a tax to GDP ratio. What was this free banker? No way entry, and no is about 21% default rate.
Okay.
TSS, 2 billion, even 2 billion Ghana CDR. Ghana total tax revenue you're saying 57 billion as at last year.
Right.
Now Obia Babeji loan. Now emu about 2 billion ye triaya. This I say bank no. E dia de na unininya. Udi bank ninya. Enti ye ba so no ye privatization na ye ba free SHS. Ye say which tax area near the air fund free SHS. Much as say yes, what a friend is saying, the oil revenue, the heritage fund now, yes, I ID communo. Because you are prioritizing na Bribiano, eba na ye yine de akoye, eba ni ye yine de akoye, aya emwa. Into the best thing is tax prioritization what regime.
Right.
Into apart from say abano wo to me, say ode ebibe ye nia or full say bebo or mine yen codify and as yenye emra. It can still be the Act 896.
Right.
Income Tax Act 2015 at 896. No, you bet me amendment. Like I say, tax when you have several taxes. So company tax, PAYE, VAT, royalties, NHIL, friends and communication service tax. Nina, and you making sure that this is the area echo. Okay. Once I echo, then we'll be able to.
All right. And common in fact, there. So we'll come back to that. We are still discussing the effects of the transportation cost and electricity on the economy. We've talked about the accruing of taxes and why do we have to pay taxes and for what effect. We are taking a quick short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.
So now you're an inquiry. We are what Jerusalem. Well, Blana Memo, why? A Jabedi there, a drone any, we a Spanish garlic mixture, a Buama Moja dear full sunny, and when the pedian we collect. I feel so as also Bois and Mobile Cassa, Pampa, and when the trim. Obia Nakuma Bonnie Pelly Pelly, Obia or Johnson Tentem, Obia the Nasi Atatai. I feel so be a slap dear at Dokono the pedian and Nanina. Collect.
Eja, we ensusuye Spanish garlic capsules, a supporting immune system.
That's all.
Shenenso, Edroy, Enyama oba wa fair fru. The Oma Accra no for. Accra onya infie dumienu, entimin fair dre. Fre 0266 114111.
FDA ahwehwe saa igwadi nkra to yi mu agye atomu se
Welcome back to the studio, and the station is net 2. The show remains the dialogue with me, Paolo, sitting in for Wahini Enchi Boisiakon. This morning, we have a financial expert in the person of Mr. Eric Oduro of the Institute of Tax Law and Forensic Accountants. So the designation, it shows itself that he knows what he's talking about. This morning, the conversation is on the effects of transportation costs and the cost of utilities currently on the economy against the backdrop of the E-Levy taxes. Initially or earlier on, we were talking about about inflation, what has caused inflation, and how to deal with the inflation. So as we come back, Mr. Oduro, we are going to still continue the conversation and the effects of transport costs and electricity on the economy. So now let's look at utilities and see how the cost of utilities currently, even the PURC, they are contemplating increasing utility prices. I don't think people are ready to smile at this.
After ni etifo igusua bo Manoba ewo enchichimu a yede ema amanfo ene timemufo Ghana for as they say yaba enyinam anase utility energy related issues na ene na mi kind report bi na GRA loses $3 billion Ghana cedis for benchmark reduction. Enti na me yem pensempensemu ewo mitrim na chese in few months, na say 9 billion Ghana cedis. Inti says can yashre. Na yashre yeno. As I say, it could the amount for France then ebutum is finance cyclical. Inti abain so washre. But shre na washre no abain na enya says kano. Nemum oni na yete so man no. So could you have 100% or you have 50%? 50% ni sika ehye ni botomu. Enti sa nyoma we say ni nyina no CSC a esi ebisa e ho say adenti na inflation any enyoma so tuto any economy no ekosi. These are the questions esi ebisa na aban tete so ma wo mu no omunya asa excess income no brabe no de boy e wo mu business no mu.
Okay.
Say be a vehicle importation for yet so ma wo no sa enti so na ebeye sika e ma wo na emfa say obia ni mutwaka no obrabe na the boy wo di expand ye anasa wo di entotwe ana wo di bi ye training kra mancrofo na wo no mu yadwuma no.
Okay. So, I was saying you hold the private sector accountable, sir.
To some extent. Because finance is cyclical.
Okay.
Buying a loose way, no. The implication is that it's had 9 billion for the past 3 years, no. I bet share your bottom.
Okay.
And into 3 years now, we bet share bottom no the air.
Okay.
Those are the questions you must ask.
Okay.
And in yes, I buy no a shine so no. Not just a no say Debbie. I as a free SSC. So it's hard bring out to 2,000 Ghana, 3,000 Ghana for when 3 years. I see cannot be show bottom. It didn't now day. Woody bo brebiesi ho said the be akra ni we SSR ubenyes ka bi di ahwe ni university ana enti these are the things SSR etimi ehwe say inflation ana say macroeconomic indices any entutua no economic friends amount tutua no edu ba bi na oha kakra e ba eye nyina yasodie say ehin na ekọọcho meant me and so no about something so we say those are the questions.
Okay.
And says 9 billion we say buy now a buying crowd was to me say oh okay so 9 billion we say Ukraine war aba international financial system are facing serious problems. Value chain system ni are disrupted that. And it's 9 billion for the past 3 years. Mami 2.5 billion crown from and for more amount for yes.
Yeah.
These are the issues.
Right.
And two, answer me bo remono. Aban.
But don't you think say obi so be say private sector there to say send out the free SHS sa sekana ontua no akoshe ni bottom How can you hold a private man, Mr. X or Madam Y, accountable for the money in her pockets? Because nobody voted for him or her. It's the government which people vote for. So you have to account for what you do with the monies. But me bottom asem the other I was me explaining the amide.
On say in finance, very moral switching.
Okay.
It do baby or what unsheni pano, but would the fed nonya asem de akachireno.
Right.
We yes and also no the friends and peaceful coexistence. Eba. Iti American san say aban etiti san yo manosono. Swati ase. Ontimi me show kete say five ways, but in your wisdom you must have done something. As I say bibia ebeboa wankasa wadwuma no ebeboa wankasa ebeboa oman no because say utimi expand your business now, because definitely when this is done, it should be able to help you to increase your profitability. And for one, I wouldn't press it may cost you. The toss me, you know, as it may be a jumanum, the toss me as a juman a gina fapem, wabra a him monocrano, and no about Chidoma how to swap. So what I say, and son, even crofocra, a better a new through on customers in the crampono, almost Omusunya areshe say oh as I make cost papers me mu say enya dia price na na say ebo no ebe kosuru bebre. It is animal we say and the private sector enjoy from this no have they been able to what maximize star reduction na scientists no o metime to susa wabra aboa mass obi adwumanum krampo na once the company is expanding it depends. A profit grana then akosoro it company tax na otua na sabri na abasoro kakra inti aban no so enya eson faso so it's a strand, it's a continuum of obi ahushem.
Okay.
Enya baakofo it's cyclical ekona ba so ati say inti afa na eba bawuram enti ye hwe utility position energy position here. One, Russia is #1 supplier of natural gas.
Right.
Number 2 for crude oil, let me put it that way. Sisiana Abasano, international friends and US and friends and UK friends and EU no. The tabo ato papa so. Sisi SWIFT system no enye djuma.
Russia.
Yes, financial sanctions no so huge. Enti akweniaba any dwede ekoso na ema ewiase financial system no eho dwono no. Say sa tabo na that no are constricted his financial economic transactions are so ne amedwa so yeden it is edwa no. 2 countries are Europe any other places no as see the sanctions on many friends in Russia in Libya no almost so ebeko be fufura kwakoto fuel
right
and that's crude oil. Esa say sisi an Eswatini no oni na ebi oko Venezuela and Angola and Nigeria and asa wherever Morocco. Esa say onu so ehun se uhia no so no onu so beto price na so. Emma within that regime no krampo no esa say manfo ehia bebre no oni sa akonya no to even increase production momentarily.
Okay.
Unless e be almost excess capacity omo reserves bi o ho a se e ba jeringeni a and e bebiem. Enti sanyo mani nyina beko aba bekatre yen enti ebekatre yen 1 okwakoto fuel a ebekosoro because BDC na ono kwakoto free Chase ne Cyrus ne other companies from abroad no ono ya to so 2 the freight cost ye dey fa ship anase ye dey fa dupre anase akwanya bia ye dey sa oil ne other related products ne fi abrochire ba no the freight cost has also gone down. Has also gone up, sorry. Enti akosoro no ono so ba eno kwa no so ba be added to the cost of what production no their ship price anymore. It is an electricity company and as electricity company almost here 148%. Ghana Gas here 72% and agreed co here 48% increment almost make appeal to friends and PURC. Say the PRC essence because more or less they are the independent body amount for
are they justified in those demand for increments? As a financial person, those utilities they also need to operate and operate profitably, even though in a social conundrum. But are they justified in their request?
To a much greater extent.
Okay.
say na me tie on PRO no so for the past 2-3 years no almost share that crown to we say so significantly electricity bill in the tariff na nkasa na share them to two mo said the bear ye hu be hian be bring it's for the past 2-3 years near to two more it's been that strand of about 36 months no na just e be di enya enti ono one but I understand.
I say in trouble, baby. I say every year they should increase. If you haven't increased, you haven't increased. It's not written anywhere say by force every year you have to increase. So if you haven't increased, you've done us a favor. Omo will be a favor. We, the citizens, they say a penny bill.
Sure. Unse electricity, no, it's more or less like a monopoly product.
Okay.
Even independent power producers no cry no. It's a say omo electricity. Inti more or less no electricity na control the distribution and the supply to household industries and the rest.
Right.
Inti amount for Ghana for any companies no omo moral omo chese omo akwenya ohwa esese omo homa Ghana for.
Okay.
Because abina na appointee managing director no it is my point as managing director as I say we to yen to tuya enkrofo na omoto abama me no enye se so obetimi atumo wuntimi ntumo as I say we share the financial situation as I we share am akwenya chese amount for TBM ansa na watotum it is on two for the past 2-3 years significantly na ono nso enya ehumobro amagana for say semi ohu to me cross say me tum na mantumu a I am serving some people. Enti ese minya kwanya ehuma omo. Enti wasem na wo kano de ye de nanso is a public good. Sebe enye luxury good a yemfa se bia iPhone 30 and I say iPhone 100 a eno no one twa enye ohwe. Upese onya nyunya and I say unya debi wo mu but say wo fa car every medina akoseko de eno no bia and they your amount for chroma park or casa or me day or trotro.
Right.
Because fuel cost no just say utoyan nasa. You understand that? And that is the aspect here can to a much greater extent because one, there are operational losses amount for area illegal connections. Electricity phones no any state of the art software you bet me detect side money at a go. Omugusua etu eso anamon. It is obi a illegal connection. Obi afa kwati kwanso make sure so obenya enyina mahoden dia ya dwuma anaso odi ani bibi na ontua. Na saa sika na ese ba electricity for no ahyeagu. Enti ahyeagu no ameye sikaten ama no. It is oba be gina mu say yentumu de a na to some a much greater extent no na edis ase etum. Na quantum ahia ye de beto so no ene ese ebo ho bra edi ho nkomo.
Okay, now before you bet to ask our conversation obi so bet bisa say adan na otina ho to oversee these thefts, operational losses, any the akeka home like a private company say Kencity BB ko wrong Madam Stella na Uncle Ken they won't allow that to go on. Enti adena ECG should allow theft. Last week, I think within 1 week, they recovered a sum of 3.3 million Ghana cedis in 1 week. So if over a period, you can get X amount of money, which will inure to both the company and the government and the society at large, adena empower themselves to break these losses and thefts.
Unse. Ade hard drink kakra say aben djuma ene ankrankra djuma.
Right.
Aben djuma no sabi wenya obi o han kwahosan a na dwumu do a owotema aya onkeka no ho. Iti wankeka no ho a na akwantia dwumadie na oyeden oye no. Enti aha no aya if fa be ne ye nipa ne su enu na esi etimi bo ho bra kirem e man titiye ma amanfo nya ahofama e kan sese ye de adwuma we ya hye mensa de a menka se e Ghana de na se aban de enti no metoto na se enti e ho no de ye nipa ne su highly intractable So the only thing is that you bring policies. By bringing policies, no, how do we enforce that policy implementation to evaluate and make sure so you monitor to completion? Now, we can say, collection of revenues and debtors.
Thank you. Especially state-owned
institutions. Yeah, I think that this year, the state-owned companies, they made a
Parliament and saying for owing ECG.
Yes, of course.
Exactly.
Yes. You see, they owe so huge an amount.
Right.
You understand that? And we say no, maybe suggestion I man say, you see, if we are see a movie, any population no ye drops. Enti yentu tue any capacity ahoden na ye work rambo say de ben tue de be adwuma rambo no say no ho atochima. Enti there is something called public partnership,
right?
Enti I think they did it with the PDF and the rest, no, but it doesn't matter. We can still PDS. We can still remodel in a different fashion. You bet me enya institutions, outsource companies are you bomb power of attorney. You electricity company be draw MOU with them.
Right.
Into a greater Accra Hanum, you yet tender. You about 13 or 14 or 20. You selected 10. 10 no, you were several municipals and districts. It you can say okay, 10 I selected no. This particular outsourced company no, you the electricity bill SSC GG INTMG and you the Shamunsa. Or Ablekuma Central, any Ablekuma West. Maybe I will once we are one of the outsourced companies, electricity company, and news or bet me work competency, bet Gigi, Omsikamoma, Unoma sign, Apam, Swatias here, near Duaba Medina, any Medina Quantana, any Adenta, Wujiji.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. One electricity company, no, Ebedruno, are concentrate on other areas. Two, who company I select who say once Gigi we say no. Once over for amount for where Juma emu betre ube improve on your productivity. And sana ube make it profit. Profit no so betre tax. Amount for be Juma benya salary every ho. Almost bet me ahwe afoforo. Enti say electricity take sa and amount we say ya. Enye say foforo na ye bo omo kekewu. Nemo 10 companies yemfa for Greater Accra no. Na ebi nso enko Gan West, ebi enko Gan East, ebi enko Sege ni saa nyoma na. They have freed themselves from encumbrance regarding collection of what debt. Enti saa akwanya no kra no ena omo so bio.
Okay.
Ansa na de to so mienu ankasa no. Omo the report ebebre electricity for na ankasa betimi asua enya suahu afri saa nkrofo na omo the outsource companies na omo the sika gigye ekagigye ahye omo nsa no. Enti ebiribi kra ba no mo fo say no omo ho aso omo so no omo kasa begigi mpo a they have the expertise, the experience and operational competencies to do that.
Right.
Enti these are some of the areas electricity company ebetimi aye they must outsource to private entities. The more now maybe 6 months 1 year you evaluate say chama na electricity AGG debt no send the sikofai ye de me ma amount for so no send the sikofai of course yes so GG obema no for instance service compensation but service compensation krampo na electricity odema no service compensation withholding tax so about 10 to 15 or 20%.
That's right.
Into who triama service provider no electricity so send tria taxation withholding tax to GRA. Into who empupuye ne akwana airport mine na odini nyina sini nan so na wantimi entu ho anamo the operational losses, the increment in the prices now amount for a so no say ye two say den kra esa say capacity near the same, adwene near the same, system near the same no emfa sudie papa bi e konkan emre yen so much me yes and to we say no excess capacity to deal with other emerging areas because of more projects, emerging projects, ongoing projects, completing projects. On bet me concentrate no more. Say the bear in the totality consolidatedly no. Because the key thing in business is your sales, customers, and how to collect your money. That's the key thing. Dia kani no ye nomenclature. Because revenue na ebeba ma would be ato enyoma operational cost would be ato assets ejapade ubefa sadia no so de akobo bisia na sa wo de abo amanfo bisia ansa na sika no kra nso so betimi akoba bia akwaje bisia de aba be kasa sika na wo je no ho enti your revenue is very key. It is a no when timi anya ho ntotoye na operational losses who can report now. The losses annually is 3.2 billion for electricity company. Losses 3.2 billion. Ghana GDP is how much? Ghana total tax revenue is how much? In 2020, our total tax revenue was 44.5 billion.
Right.
In 2021, it's 57.02 billion. Now, a state company, 3.2 billion as losses emanating from capital losses, operational losses, and other efficiency losses. Now, you compare with the tax revenue. It means it's about almost 3% or 4% or 5% of your losses, you know. It's against the tax revenue. If you are buying or kwakoi tax revenue, me crab abebo chidoma. Waho kikano amwa abang.
Exactly.
Into what the beshema. And it has so been a say, ubetime to trade asset na.
And you do that crossroads now, yemfa left and now right.
How
do we deal with such losses, its effect, and the impact on the economy?
You see, sometimes leaders must be assertive and take certain drastic decisions. And no, I'm pronto. And
I taking the decision of privatizing aspects of the ECG or electricity production and PDS BEMO. But of course, we all saw what happened and PDS exited. So what other alternatives? Because now kind of utilities, it's another, though it's a key aspect of society, it's another possible drain on the economy with the losses, this huge amount of losses.
You see, dear Hanny said, "Ushe sa losses na, ye can ehwansem na. Enipa no, or real power no. Ehun sunsanso no, or the eden. And mostly because even your conscience will lash at you, no crabo no. The mandate cries out the year Jumama Wano Papan signing on to Yakon kind of crano. Your conscience will always be lashing at you.
Right.
From the point of stealing that power that you are stealing. That is one. And two, it will dovetail into the cost of operations. Usha electricity, electricity company. Your for Omuria cables. Your for Omuria copper. You uncle for Omuria, a friend is saying, substations, substation, your confusion Omuria, some materials no. And sana, your uncle for Omuria power direct. 3, and your man also Omotono, their dollar indexed. A bill or Omuto free amanone. Oh, here dollars to go and buy it. Say dollar no so air than A2 oh, here additional money. Enti ehono eno so be point ya kire say esa se me to ade na fi amanone na dollar rate na air cost no I need additional money because now the operational capacity is still the same. Enti se menya entumu man to price na so na sika na cost ra mint me emiti dollar running na air chrono. Enti eno so justification obeka say then PRC bo modern say obepejam kakra ma me said the bear means many scam the back equipment in other services there are certain important services almost free amount on it said the bear obenya dollar no e dia kwakoto ansana odeba no the affreightment and no crown so no e cost say shipping lines increase ansana wunya wo the background one kwanko year the demurrage cost and as a penalty the better so amount so no and also e asem. You understand that? Yeah. And sana eba omankasa system nankasana the internal inefficiencies. The audit department, the compliance department, the operational department, what are they doing?
Right.
They may have been doing so much well, but it's much to be desired because if now you are looking for 148%, our inflation rate is what? 23.6%. So if one sector you are requesting for 148%, Gridco request for 72%, and Gridco 48%, and Sana Ghana Gas 72%. Almost because you distribute, you transfer from the power lines to your end. In TSS, Ghana Gas, also Airmount Gas, other services are more, they are also requesting. And say a buying and taking very firm decision. Now we any kukoso and they push it into the course. Bema businesses, mostly individuals in Podie, Bebrena or Lifeline, Huntiana, a Yakakra. But industries are very key because you need extra money to buy the power. The same power, no, you need extra money. And Webjumanos no maybe you produce 10,000 units per month. Within short term, no won't mean increase productivity. And so no talk electricity, maybe you were buying 20,000 Ghana cedis. Now you are buying, let's say, 22,000 Ghana cedis. Extra 2,000 Ghana cedis at every point in time. No, it is affecting your productivity.
Right.
And to also baby say, what do I have to do? Me fan shema na. Ebi so am di shemu so a di we ne beba o. Ebema me competitor so ebi ono so no entum. Enti
that fuels inflation.
That is it. Enti the effect no pervasive. So one, I by making sure say with the PURC no. They have to find a very thin line regarding what they have to talk to all the stakeholders. AGI, Ghana Employers Association, the civil society organizations, and all those stakeholders. And get their view so that we can arrive at a figure. It will be very amenable to everybody. Now, if ego bem near tumputupru, and as a humobro so much, nay and tumukrana, and no dear, I will not vouch for that one. At least there must be an increment. But as to how much, no, I think the technocrats and the experts have the amounts are on the base are incrementing. It's very key. It's very key.
Right. For the utility sector.
Yes.
In particular.
Yes.
Right.
And when you talk about benefits, say out me increasing the transfer. Now, sir, and can say they have to outsource most of the companies nanka omunjeji omu debts ema omu. Any other operational issues that some to me resolve. It will bring benefit to one. The confidence will come out for. People have confidence in paying for it.
Okay.
Naturally, people might even reduce the element of theft and other irregularities. And 3, they can make the necessary profitability. And 4, they can even expand. 5, survival becomes easy. Now they say they are broke. ECG is automatically broke. They are in the red. Do you have to hear this? Is it a strategy to extort more money from the people? No. Those assertions mustn't come from the ECG. But the hearing say, well, we are in red. But let's go back to our employer. Let's go back to the owner. He has the regulator. What do you have to do so that we find a middle level pointer? A bit media to so and to so I can say it in authority. Because say other prices of goods and services are then edisa say almost because electricity for now so no and no man akukoso no almost etobi workers etonomy fear abonting marketing idea and sana company nankasa so talk resources and services.
Right.
It is atutu sa no ntumu. Don't you think say be the
boss. And the effect was right. But the conversation, unfortunately, we are just about to wrap up on this Financial Friday conversation. But like you said, the effects of transport costs and electricity on the economy. With this Russia and Ukraine
okay.
How can the country, we should be at the losing end, or we should be feeling the negative impact of what's happening there? Can we benefit? Is there a way we can benefit from their war? Now, Western Europe, America, and its allies almost say they are not going to trade with Russia again. Russia is also a huge supplier of gas and oil.
Yes.
Can Ghana, we flare gas? Can we take advantage and supply Western Europe and Russia with, and America with natural gas?
You see, our natural gas capability, we are emerging.
Okay.
I would say we are emerging. The crude, natural gas, we are emerging. Now, you say, young crampo no, you timi eto. Because it's 14.5 kilogram na gas liquefied we see now. Upesa of Australia and Kazangaza, 200 Ghana cedis. less than a year, it was 110.
Right.
And about 120, 150, now 200 Ghana cedis. Into those are the questions we must ask ourselves. Say, Yankasano, Esuyen, na yakotombi.
But we flare.
Yeah, okay. We do flare. Yeah, that one not two ways about that. Then the second thing that we also need to ask ourselves is that we must look internal first.
Okay.
Very key. And before I even come, the flaring and the crude that we are producing. You see, the government said he's cutting expenditure by 3.5 billion. We should do evaluation and see how it has been. And two, people must also try to change their attitude in terms of expenditure.
Right.
Coming back to what you are saying, we produce the oil, we buy some. Now, Ghana is not a net exporter of oil.
Right.
So, can we find ways and means to more or less process our own crude here so that we find ways and means to buy it at a much cheaper or stabilized for the next 3 years.
Right.
That we know that because we are having control over cost, over operations, over capacity, we are not, because don't even think outside the mall. Because
okay.
Sikana kasa ehihye ho eti abane timi ehihye se kakra na yankasa ye produce no si etimi refine it now toll and understand there are issues about toll but ye befa akonya fufuro so etimi ya process ya eno kwa no betimi afidi greater part of the percentage of the economy wabra excess payment a ye dey ma obroni anase obi fufuro e wo Nigeria anase Venezuela anase wherever no emem. And it's not a matter of looking at the outside now because our capacity, like I was saying, now Germany, the European bloc, they are going to Venezuela, they are going to Saudi Arabia, they are going to Nigeria and the rest. Besides about Nigeria, our capacity is saying. Germany, crude oil on betono, send your TNE. And Tibisa won't say, can Nigeria be able to meet their total needs?
They already queues at
those are the questions.
And
so when we come to Ghana, what is our capacity?
Okay.
How much do we produce per day? The natural gas. How much do we even flare?
Okay.
In Tiafa say be a Togo, Burkina Faso, Niger, Krasa, Omoba, Kraba, and near Abidi Sajana. Suswan Pa say, you bet me cry, a bit me a swomo. And son at the Sub-Saharan Africa beba, and son at Europe beba. And some Asia beba. Okay. It's a matter of taking a strategic view. Say, CFO say the gas infrastructure. No, they say Ishemu Canada. Then we should begin to proactively think. Say, then for the next 5-10 years, we are trying to target, let's say, the block of what Africa. See, it's me targeting African at least we'll be able to make the necessary revenue.
Right.
Because Nipana Urbano, you ask yourself, say, would you be able to meet the capacity, the need? You can't. Those are the issues, Rasta. And we should look from within. And running off, what I would say is, one, now businesses must scale down their operations amid the friends saying inflation, any other economic conundrums, and here one. Two, individuals nankasa entity expenditures so and you may who here entity so.
Okay.
It's very, very important.
Okay.
Three, so your business.
Cut down waste.
So your business now for say at the end I will turn a man for here pa bribi I'll produce be an year to corner kobo besia na produce more because you have made your projections here better. Name so products no say elastic demand. It means say a man for a here ne bebre. You have to scale down your operation because we produce already now there are issues about what? Inflation. But if it is inelastic demand, say be fuel, transport,
right.
Medicine, food, and other ways now. Obia here, it's no quack besia, and I say, oh, to trace a bit me produce, Emma will be here at every point in time in Sabekana. I think that we can go that particular way.
Thank you very much. And it's been another fantastic financial conversation on the dialogue. Let's help me thank Mr. Eric Oduro, our financial expert, for today, for sharing his thoughts on the effects of transportation and utility costs on the economy. I mean, this matter, I don't think is going to go away soon because in the foreseeable future, we are now coming to grapple with, like you said, whether to cut down costs or not. But just to wrap it off, does the future look gloomy or?
It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
I like the optimism.
It looks good.
Right.
Because every financial system and this turmoil come.
Okay.
But once measures are put in place, it looks good.
Thank you.
But the key thing is to consolidate our fiscal space.
Okay.
The expenditures must be controlled. And the 3.5 billion, we must review it and see where we have been since the government said that it's trying to control it, so that by the end of the year, we're able to cut 3.5 billion in terms of waste and other, related expenditures, which we think we can control.
Right. Thank you very much, Uncle Oduro. And we'll be excited to have you another time. Right. The show continues and it's still the dialogue. Like I said earlier, we'll be having a chit-chat with Agyapong, of course, one of the key dons of Afrochella, and they recently had a partnership with the Ministry of Tourism. What does this partnership entail? Well, I don't know. He knows, and he'll be coming to share with us. But before then, have you shared your widow's mite with the Akufo-addo Teaching Hospital on their cancer treatment center? Of course, we at Kencity, we are trying to do our bit to, gather some funds for the cancer treatment center at Akufo-addo to donate to the cost or to that worthy cause. The Oman FM flood victims account, that's the account name for this project, for this donation project, is what we should all be aiming to contribute into, and the account number is 1131000000, that's 5 zeros, 5341001, and the branch is the Medina branch. For Momo, for those who want to donate via Momo, the number is 0542 869 979, and the name for that account is Kencity Agyapong. Right, and kindly check the name and spelling to be sure before sending the Momo. And speaking and talking about Kencity Agyapong, he's seated at the glass table already. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, how you doing?
Very well.
You the boss. It's your show.
Yeah, but we've hardly spoken Ghana before, but right, come for some Ghana lessons after.
I will.
Yeah. Right, so yesterday, was it a good day for Afrochella, or was not so good day?
I don't think it was a great day for Afrochella, because it's something we've been working with for the past 6 years. This year will be the 6th year. We started 2017, and being honored with the Minister of Tourism and Office of the President and Ghana Tourism Authority, I think it's a great opportunity, and they see what we're doing.
Great. And I mean, you are all in the middle pages of the Daily Graphic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, see, it's just that I've been the photographer. We'll have to speak with them. They cut your picture off, but there you go.
It's not.
Tourism Ministry signs MOU with Afrochella to boost the sector. So what's this MOU about?
So even after we signed and everything, the minister actually tasked us to bring 20,000 people to Ghana for Afrochella, or in general, not just for Afrochella, but all the events that's happening. And it's funny because in our plans this year, the goal is actually to get 20,000 people. So it actually worked in line with what the minister said, because last year we had 10,100 people because of COVID. Like, we started the promotion late in September, because when we got the approval from government, but 2019 we had 16,500. So the difference of the 3,500, we thought that it's not a hard task at all, because we're actually doing 2 days this year. Usually we do 1 day.
Okay. So this year we are expecting 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know whether it's the appropriate time to unveil the package for this year's, Afrochella, but can you give us some teasers? Tease.
It'll be hard to give you teasers, but May 25th is when we do the launch. So in less than a week and a half, we'll do the official launch for Afrochella, yes.
And I remember you saying on one of the stations, multimedia stations, that you grow bigger every year. How big are you going to grow this year? What haven't you done that you're going to do this year?
We haven't done a lot, because it's just our, even though it's our 6 years, our 5th activation, because 2020 we actually didn't do, we did a block party.
Yeah.
And for people keep coming back and forth to Afrochella, I think we need to give them different experience all the time. We can't just say, the people came and give them the same experience. So that's why we always say we're growing bigger and better, and we can't be comfortable with what we're doing.
Okay, so bigger and better. We are going to see what's going on.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing 2 days.
Okay.
So before it was one day December 28th, but now we do December 28th and 29th. So that's an exclusive right now.
That's an exclusive, right? Okay, but any kind of special acts performance? You know, the youth are all after acts performances.
I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
Whether they are going to see Black Sherif with Beyonce on stage or...
Who knows? But Black Sherif actually performed last year at Afrochella.
Okay, yes, that time he was just, you know, blossoming, but now he's a big shot.
He was still blowing that time as well, too. But we have also the Rising Star Challenge for like underground artists as well too. So it's not just about if a lot of people who don't know Afrochella, it's not just about the music, but it's about food, art, and culture as well too.
Yeah, I think you forgot one thing, and it's about your charity works, if I should put it. You've done some, you know,
the Afrochella feeds.
Yeah.
So we have the Afrochella feeds and Afrochella reads. So 2019, we actually built a school, or we renovated a school in Jamestown with Twitter. Genesis.
Jamestown, Accra.
Yes.
My hometown.
Yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So that's what you can say. Go ahead. So that's what you learned from Jamestown.
Yes.
But it's a very cool thing to do this corporate social, you know, responsibilities for the public. A lot of people, you know, you gain a lot of mileage doing these things. Are there other things to expect apart from the parties? This, you know,
we have,
good
so
things?
We're doing something like a conference this year. So we're actually going to unveil that as well too. So you know, like more people have been coming to Ghana back and forth, but it's not just about party. They want to learn about different things as well. Because we have the Afrochella experience as well too, which we give tours around Accra, Ashanti region, even in the coast as well too. So we're trying to add different regions as well too. Because if you've been to Afrochella, if you came to Ghana 4 or 5 times, you can't go on this Accra City tour. How many times can you do it? So now we're adding different parts of the country to it, so you have the option to pick where you want to go. And now that we're ambassadors too, so now we have to make sure we tour the whole country as well. So it's not just focusing just on Accra or Kumasi or Takoradi.
Right. And I think you guys have managed to kick out other competitors. Now we don't hear of Afro Nation and all that. What happened to
that one? I don't know. It's like
you are growing in the space. You are just muscling your way with good stuff, though.
That one I don't know, but I think it's still room for everybody to eat. Like, that's one thing we always say. Like, and it's good for Ghana as well too, because it's not just about Afrochella, but overall about Ghana. So if other competitors want to come in, they should definitely come in, and then maybe that will help the airlines too to reduce the cost or whatnot. So.
Right. So you're a major player in the year of return and beyond the return.
Yes.
Tell us, aside Afrochella, how do you think the year of return, the concept, has boosted tourism for the country?
It boosted tourism very well, because now more people, because you know I grew up in America.
Right.
I moved there 8 years ago. And when you tell a lot of people before, where's Ghana? Oh, Guyana, they think it's the West Indians, not the West Indies. So now that more and more people with the initiative of Ghana Tourism Authority and the ministry are pushing Ghana, and the office of the president and the president himself pushing Ghana, more people know about it. So the quite unfortunate thing, now that more people know, the airlines are taking advantage, so the ticket prices that keep going up, and up. So maybe if that can change, then we could get more people keep coming in. Because if the price of tickets keep going as high, less people will start coming. They're like, oh, let's find an alternative to go somewhere else. I think that's one thing we all need to focus on.
Right. But is there, like, should they do more to promote, you know, the Beyond the Return initiative in Western Europe and America for more people to come? You think the program now to encourage people to come, you think it's okay?
So
or
just a couple of weeks ago, the president launched this Destination Ghana in the UK. So like the target is to also bring people from different parts. But believe it or not, like a lot of people come from different parts. I remember even at Afrochella, one person came from Australia, like from Germany, Japan, like different parts of the world. So I think we all just need to help as well too. And I think now that we're also ambassadors, even though we was doing it before, we need to push more. Like wherever you go, even it's on social media, we need to sell Ghana to other people so they could come. Because I always give the example of 2018. We gave one guy here in Medina a free ticket. It was 5 of them. Now the guy's a millionaire from a free ticket. And then the reason why he's a millionaire is something simple. We gave him a free ticket. He came to Afrochella. He met somebody from Canada. He's exported shea butter to Canada. Now he has 100 people that he employed. For a free ticket, that was 50 cities. So like that's the overall goal, like connecting people from diaspora and people in Ghana, working together, and then
That's very key. That's very, very key to sustain the whole project. It can go for years if we can, you know, build that relationship between the diasporans and the locals. But what's your experience in that? I know you have friends who have come, some have stayed, some have even overstayed the period they desired to come. How is it like, you know, seeing all these people coming and really trying to entrench themselves in Ghana, trying to be part of the country?
I think it's good, but they also need to give back. And then not even just give back, but like teach others. So like I know, like I use Baba as an example. He also, I want to go to America, I want to go to America. But to be honest, America is good to go, and then you see something different, you come and you bring it back home, because that's how America was built. So if we all do the same thing, like, oh, we went there, maybe stayed for a couple of years, you come back, bring some of the things here to Ghana that will work. It may not work the same way, but maybe you could tweak it and whatnot. Then we could all help as well.
Right, and I suppose there are a lot of diasporans who watch this show abroad and stuff like that. What advice would you give to them in their expectations? Because some expect the same, but the standards are not the same.
Yeah,
you know, things don't work the same. They might think it works there, but it shouldn't be disappointing to come here too.
You shouldn't be disappointed at all. I mean, you may be frustrated. That one, of course.
That's
you definitely be frustrated.
Yeah.
But don't give up. And then one advice I always say, just don't compare it. Like, oh, in America I was doing this, in Ghana I was doing this. Well, Ghana is this way, America is this way. Here is like, I call it more slow pace, because I'm from New York. So everything's fast, 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 fast. But you should still have the fast mentality, but just think that not everybody's in the same shoe as you. And then just don't give up, keep fighting.
Right. Anyway, one feedback I was just getting from some people about Afrochella is the time. Either it starts or it ends very late in the, you know, in the day, almost early morning. Is that the concept? Is that the plan?
So no, it's Afrochella, because we do other events as well.
Okay.
But Afrochella is like the only event that we do that people actually come on time. But last year it was because of the weather the day before. That's why like even WizKid performed around like 2 o'clock. He was actually in the stadium by 10.
Oh, okay.
He was there.
Right.
But because the night before it rained very heavily, so the field was wet, so like really had buckets. Now yes, it's like literally picking up the water off the floor, on the lawn and whatnot. So that's what delayed it. But previous years, like we've been like on time. Usually, say like from 12 to 10, latest 11 o'clock.
Right. So you wouldn't release any more teasers apart from it's going to be 2 days?
May 25th on Afrochella.com.
All right. So what's your final word for your viewers on what this year will hold for them?
Well, first I want to thank everybody for like believing in us. Like in the beginning it was hard because people said, oh, this is not going to work, it's not going to work. But I think because we kept pushing, and then other people was saying negative on things. Even the negativity is what actually pushed us to do more. So just in general, just don't ever give up. Even somebody think like it's not going to work, because it was a new idea that we had. It was improving a concept or whatnot. So again, just don't give up and keep pushing.
Right. So that is my boss, the big boss himself, Kenneth Agyapong. He says, I'm the boss today. How good is it to feel being called a boss by my boss? Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And it's good to have you. Right. So back to the dialogue. We're now going to activate the phone lines to hear your thoughts on the conversations we've had today. Financial Friday, we've spoken about, you know, the effects of inflation, transportation costs, and electricity or utility charges on the economy in this current period. Of course, Afrochella in partnership with the government. So what is your thoughts on the show so far? 0240-550-899 is the number to call. 0240-550-899 is the number to call, and tell us what you make of today's conversation. Like I said, we've spoken about inflation and other matters concerning, you know, the economy, and of course, Afrochella in partnership with the Ministry of Tourism to boost up tourism numbers from 10,000 to 20,000. We'll see if the organizers of Afrochella can hit that objective. Okay, so 0240-550-899. But before we take that, our first caller, let me remind you that our donation request for the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital cancer treatment is still ongoing. Bank details to donate to is the Oman FM flood victims account, which is at the ADB, and account number is 1131-00005341-001. And the branch is Medina, ADB branch at Medina. And the Momo number is 0542-869-979. 0542-869-979. The name is Kenneth Techi Agyapong, and you're reminded, kindly check the name and make sure of the spelling. The Agyapong is Agyapon. You know, there is no E. Agyapon. Right, since I've got my first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, good morning. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Can I talk?
Yes, over to me, Akasam Pacho.
Yeah. Woody.
Koso.
I said, Ghana Water.
Yeah.
They give me a list, especially Ghana Water Company and electricity. What we are lazy.
And then I'll casa, my brother.
Someone here when you any Jumana. The other it was one more commission Ghana too much.
Okay.
Okay, now say you call the B by you call the B. Traders in Ghana, they are increasing their goods by half. All your importing the to $12. Now it's getting to 500 cedis.
Wow.
Class. Please, you guys should go to the market and check this thing and let them stop. Ghanaians are born bad with it.
Okay.
The traders, they are killing Ghanaians.
Okay.
A bag of flour is getting to 5 million. A gallon of oil is getting to 5 million. Are we crazy?
Oh, my boss. Okay, you might be frustrated, but let's be, decorous in the kind of language we use. But anyway, you've made your point. I see a frustrated Ghanaian. 0240-550-899 is the number to call and share your thoughts on the issues that the conversation that we've had. We've spoken about inflation and rising transport and inflation costs and how to keep them under wraps. We've also spoken about Afrochella. If you are in the entertainment mood and you want to see more things happening on the Afrochella platform, the choice is yours to let us know. Do we have a caller on the line? Hello. Okay. So let's have your thoughts. Let me read some messages if I have them. Okay. Evelyn Sechiama says, why is it that when you try to send money to Momo, it's not working? And I've tried so many times to send money to my sister on MTN Momo, but it's not working. Why? This is Evelyn from London. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I guess MTN is watching and they'll deal with your issue right away. Before I read the next messages, let me go back to the phone line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chief. Mpacha to say.
Nyame adom na won fly.
Nyame na adom so me da say. Mpacha yetie o.
Me free awoshi.
Okay. Awoshi for to say.
Oh, nyame adom o ye pa.
Okay.
Master mo America ina ba ko se. Ya mo din se. Ye be tie ne Bible na nka se. Sasa mele de ko wi ya emme bi ya din ba. No ko ta ko ko kwanti. So bi ya hu sa bi wi ya. O de ne hawo bi bi ya ba to abanto na se ninu ya na ne ma ne. Aso nya fa na eko. Da ko ba Bible ne kan enu wa na ye hu no. Ni ya da ban na ba chewi. But West Africa and other Ghana, what you have been said, you became a Jirka Bray and a Brennan. Young Graham, a band of Mamma, not Greek, or my and Yakut. It's a Kukra, who near the other. And the first a branch and about young Shannon and Pong agree to me. That to me, if I did we are, we don't know why I in Africa and so pretty hard. What I did, COVID-19 and Bama Africa, so Obama, young to me. To say Russia or Obama,
okay. Right, so that was another caller contributing his thoughts to the show. Do we have another caller? Just before we take our final call. Okay, we are just about to wrap up the show, and let me read my final message, and this is from Arnold Edra. He says, why Africa always, we are comparing our economy due to the dollar rate? Can't our leaders find another to solve the dollar rate on our economy? You are talking about the effects on Africa's economy. Well, it's a very salient point you've raised. I've been told I have a final caller, and I've been told our time is very limited. I don't know which one to accede to, but we'll just take our final caller for the morning because our caller has been waiting for a long time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you are our final caller for today. Let's hear your thoughts. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you too.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Kufrodia.
Okay, Kufrodia for to say.
I live in Ahoyo.
Okay, you too.
Now, the family, spending a little more being here. You have seen an eye. Yana, Zenka. Oh, my Mr. Tom, me, I think of food out. Oh, Russia, you
Okay, Mpacho, we are sorry we cannot take your call because the feedback is affecting the feed in the studio. So we beg your pardon. This is where we'll bring down the curtains on the interactive segment with our callers. Monday, you can also call and contribute to the show. But now we'll take our final segment, which is who's celebrating their birthdays today. Time for our birthday felicitations. And then who do we have? Virgin Mary Ashite Adade. Wow. Okay, the Virgin Mary herself, Madame Ashite Adade, is celebrating her birthday today, the 13th day of May. And she's from the Mamprobi Methodist Church at, is it Nazareth? And this is coming from Kofi Atta Kakra. You see, I guess it's from the PR department at the Ministry of Tourism. She's wishing Virgin Mary Ashite Adade a fantastic birthday for this morning. Who else do we have? Is that the final birthday wish for? Okay, so this is where we bring down the conversation for the nation and the dialogue to a close. My name is Paulus, and I was sitting in for Babyface, and we were joined by Abnanya Akon and Kwekuma. She helped me discuss the newspaper. We reviewed the newspaper. We also had Mr. Eric Oduro, a financial expert, and we spoke about inflation and its pressures on the economy, and my own boss, Kenneth Techi Agyapong. We spoke about the Ministry of Tourism partnership with Afrochella. Until same time on Monday, where Uwahine will be back to have the conversation with you, we are out.